180 days of UEDCL after taking over from Umeme.
Yes.
We wanted to know what are some of those things that you feel you have changed or improved in the system.
Thank you very much. And our 180 days clocked at the end of September, since we took over the business operation of power distribution across Uganda, having taken over different operators, but mainly in April we took over Umeme. So we, in our roadmap, after the transition date, we had issues concerning filling all the positions for the staff. That one of Embley achieved it. As we talk, we filled 99.5% of the positions. We're remaining with the 1 or 2, but the good thing, we've already appointed those people, some are reporting on their duty. But many of those are middle class officers. Then the other field that you've ably achieved, we've activated customer connections. You need to appreciate that by the time we took over, there were pending connections of over 128,000 customers. Some of them had spent more than 1 year before being connected. But I'm glad to report that as of end of last month of September, we had connected 140,000 customers. So by today, we've added another 5,000. So we are now approaching 145,000 customers since we took over. So in principle, if we do simple mathematics, we've cleared the backlog. Now we've entered into the new zone of new applicants. And since customers got to know that we're now connecting, we saw a spike of new applications. So since the 1st of April, we've received 230,000 customers applications. So that's a batch that we are now managing. But at the same time, during this period, we also launched a campaign of encouraging people to normalize their connections, which we target in the branding concept Wetereze. So that one ran from the 23rd of July. The first session ended on 30th of September. So in that batch, self-registration of customers who wanted to regularize their connections. Some of them, they were consuming power on direct supply. Some had photo meters. Some had burnt meters. Some had their meters taken for the lab before we took over for testing. We have received 23,000 registration, self-registration in total, and we are managing to clear those. Now, in our expectation, especially by the Wetereze project, we had expected about 6,000 customers. But what has come up, that people have appreciated it, because other than prostituting...
You're expecting 6,000. You want to tell me that the previous entity never gave you reports of what was in the market, what you needed to expect?
Yeah, maybe they even didn't know what's the problem in the field there, but the problem was actually much more bigger than expected. So working with under the authority of the ministry.
So you have more than 23,000 people who have registered.
That we are using Power for Free.
We are using Power for Free, now register us.
Yes, register.
What's the penalty for such people?
So for whoever comes up and say, I've self-registered myself, we just give you a free meter, no penalty. So we got an approval from our shareholder, the Minister of Energy and Use of Finance, for that amnesty, for self-registration for the power users with 40 meters. Yes.
How about the turnaround time when people have issues, especially with power cuts? Because there has been this ongoing cry from people, different areas in Kampala, outside Kampala. People saying every time power goes off, they can only hope and pray that it comes maybe in 2 days or even a week. So what have you improved, or what have you done to curb such?
Yeah, now as soon as we went in, we observed there was what we call surplus demand. That power is available on the transmission side, but because of some activities on the distribution side, it's not consumed. What are the activities? Mainly two. Connect the customer. So as soon as we came in, we started connecting customers. That's why we've been in position to add 140,000 customers. But at the same time, we have configured the feeders to receive more energy and sell to the population. So it is a good issue that has caused us another challenge now, because the network that we are pumping in was due for rehabilitation. The network was fairly old because it had taken more than 3 years without investing in it. So our observation has come that we are now having energy growth, consumption growth by 10% from what was being consumed by March. That 10% has increased the load on the transformers. So we've seen some transformer zones having low voltages. In the evenings during the peak, some circuits failing. What have we done? We've deployed more staff in the field of technicians. That if a transformer fails, at least they first come and inspect it. If it has completely failed, we order from our stores.
Thank you so much for according us your time.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Same to you. Have a nice time.
Good.
Good.